Say hi.
Hi.
So I'm going to read a book to Eliana. It's the Complete Illustrated Children's Bible. It's a Bible book. Are you ready? You read that one, I'll read this one, okay? Okay, God makes the world, Genesis 1 and 2. In the beginning, there was nothing at all. Then God created the heavens and the earth. Everything was still covered in darkness. So God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God called the light day, and the darkness night. And that was the first day and the first night. In the days that followed, God separated the water from dry land and covered the land with beautiful plants and trees. He made the sun to shine during the day and the moon and stars to light up the night sky. Then God filled the seas with enormous whales and shiny fish, leaping dolphins and wobbly jellyfish. And he filled the skies with colorful birds. He made animals of all shapes and sizes, swift cheetahs, slow tortoises, huge elephants, and many more. Last of all, God made man and told him to take care of the wonderful world and all the creatures. God was pleased with all he had made and done so on the seventh day. He rested and made the day a special day to rest and give thanks. Want to read more? Okay. The reason why I'm laughing is because I'm reading this Bible book and she's reading the Llama book. It's just funny. But she wants me to read this, and I want to read some Bible stories to her before she goes to bed. So this is the before bed reading. So I just read one story, and that was God makes the world, Genesis 1 and 2. Now the beautiful garden, Genesis 2. God created the beautiful Garden of Eden for Adam, a marvelous paradise filled with green grass, colorful plants, and wonderful trees. God told Adam that he might help himself to fruit from any of these trees, except for one, the tree of knowledge. But there was still plenty of other wonderful things for him to eat. God brought all the animals and birds to Adam so that he could name them, but none of the animals were like him, and Adam was lonely. So God created a woman, Eve, to be his special friend. Want to read another one? Want to read another one? Disobeying God, Genesis 3. Now of all the animals, the most cunning was the snake. One day he said to Eve, "Why don't you eat from the tree of knowledge? The fruit is delicious and it won't harm you. God doesn't want you to eat it because it will make you wise like him. Take a bite." The fruit looked so delicious that silly Eve did pick some, and she offered some to Adam too, and they both ate it. At once they realized they were naked and tried to cover themselves with leaves. When God found Adam and Eve hiding behind some bushes, he knew what had happened and was very angry. He cursed the snake and banished Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, telling them that from now on they would have to work hard to make their own food and clothes. Then he placed an angel with a flaming sword to stand guard at the entrance to the garden. Read another one? Are you listening? While you're reading your own book? Okay. Cain and Abel, Genesis 4. Adam and Eve had two sons. Cain was a farmer who worked on the fields, and Abel was a shepherd. One day, both Cain and Abel brought offerings to God. Abel brought the very best meat to offer to God, and God was pleased. But he was not so pleased with the crops that Cain had brought. Cain was very jealous of the brother, and in a fit of anger, he went with him into a field and killed him. When God asked him where his brother was, Cain answered him rudely, "How should I know? Am I my brother's keeper?" But God saw Abel's blood on the ground and was angry. He punished Cain and sent him away from his home and family. You done? Or we read it again? You done? Done? Okay. So I guess we're done. So that was my read for tonight. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. You want to say good night? Show yourself. I can't see you. Say good night. Good night. So I love you guys. So I'll see you maybe tomorrow.